Hi guys, continuing our focusing on Civil Services Main Examination 2020. In that particular sequence, today we will discuss a frequently asked question both in State Civil Services Mains Examination as well as Central UPSC Civil Services Mains Examination, and that question is the basic structure of Indian Constitution. The basic structure is there is no mention in the Constitution. It's a judicial innovation for judicial review of legislations passed by Parliament or State Legislative Assembly. Then it is given in the Supreme Court in Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala case in 1973. It was first given in Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala in 1973. Then the doctrine states that the law passed by the Parliament which destroys the basic structure of the Constitution shall be declared void to the extent of destruction. The basic aim of the Supreme Court was to maintain its superiority as well as to sustain a balance between the three organs of the state. However, the court didn't define the precise terms, the basic features of the Constitution. The main reason behind emerging the judicial innovation of basic structure of Indian Constitution to maintain a balance of power between three organs of the government, three organs of the state, that is judicial, executive and legislature. So they wanted that legislature should not be so powerful that they will change the constitution as per their liking. So that is the reason why they brought this basic structure concept into play. Then what are the basic structure of Indian Constitution? Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala, they had given certain the principle, the supremacy of the Constitution is one of the basic structure of Indian Constitution. Then republican and democratic form of government. Then secular character of the Constitution, individual freedom, separation of powers between organs of the state, then federal character of the Constitution, sovereignty and unity of India. Then in another judgment, Indira Nehru versus Raj Narayan case, equality of status and opportunity, then secularism and freedom of conscience, then rule of law. These are the three which were given in Indira Nehru versus Raj Narayan case. Then Minerva Mills case in 1980, amending powers of the Parliament, judicial review, balance between fundamental rights and DPSP. Then S.R. Bommai's case in 1993, that one was the federalism and secularism. Then Fertilizer Corporation versus Union of India, article number 32. Then Kyoto Holohan case versus Jachiliu in 1993, free and fair election, sovereign, democratic and republican form of the government. Then Indira versus Union of India in 1992, there was another judgment of rule of law. So these are the things which really have the basic structure of the Constitution. If any law passed by either by the Parliament or the state legislature which is contravening these articles, these principles, then they will be ultimately struck down by the Supreme Court. The recent case is NJAC, National Judicial Appointment Commission, being struck down as it was being seen by the Supreme Court as violation of basic structure of Indian Constitution, that the Parliament was trying to undermine judiciary judicial independence. That is the reason why they have struck down the basic structure of Indian Constitution. I hope you people are totally empowered by this particular video about writing about basic structure of Indian Constitution. Now moving to the next question. Friends, in this question we will discuss Unitarian features of Indian Federation, because this question is frequently asked in state civil service mains examination as well as UPSC. So I thought to discuss it thoroughly so that you can easily answer this particular question. Strong center. Union list is having more subjects than the state list. Residuary power is with the center and overriding power in concurrent list. So this is a very strong particular point of Indian Federation. In this particular scenario, we follow the Canadian model of Indian the Constitution. Then states are not indestructible. As you people might be aware that Article 3, the Union can change the states by simply passing a bill, by changing its area and its name, as we have seen in the Telangana case. Then single constitution. This is also a unitary feature, because what happens if Indian Constitution would have been a federal constitution, there would have been a different constitution for the states. But since Indian Constitution is a unitary constitution, we have only single constitution, that is Constitution of India. Then flexibility of the constitution. What happens? Had it been a rigid constitution, then states would have been more powerful, as in the US. But as it is a flexible constitution, because we know that Parliament can amend the constitution. So what happens? The constitution seems to be very flexible. That is a unitary feature. Then no equality of state representation in the Parliament. Some states are having only one seat in Rajya Sabha, and UP is having more than 30 in Rajya Sabha. So that is also a unitary feature. Emergency provisions are also a unitary provision. Then single citizenship. Had it been a federal constitution, there would have been a dual citizenship. Like one person is a citizen of United States as well as a respective state in which he lives. But since it is a unitary feature, it's a then integrated judiciary. It is also a unitary feature. Then all India services. All India services officers are being posted in the state. The states can only suspend them. Any action to be taken, then the central government, they have to take the approval of the central government. Then integrated audit machinery. Integrated audit machinery is also a unitary feature. Parliament's authority over state list. Parliament is having certain authority over the state list. Appointment of governor. It is very important unitary feature, because we know that appointment of governor are done by the central government as per their liking. Then integrated election machinery. Integrated election machinery is also a unitary feature, where Union government decides what is the appropriate time for a election in a particular state depending upon the report by the governor. Then veto over state bills. Veto over state bills is also a unitary feature of the constitution. I hope these features, you are totally thorough with these particular features, and you can very well write this particular question. And if you like a video, then do like and share with your friends who are preparing for State Civil Services Mains Examination 2020. Thank you very much and Namaskar.